My presentation is actually very rough, and I have a reason for showing you a less polished version. And I was talking with Ed and Lorna earlier that when I was in the classroom with my cohort, there were some people who just had this amazing creativity, and almost on the spot, on demand, they had these finished products by the end of a class that was just like, you know, Steven Spielberg style. And that's not really my forte. I'm much more, I plod along until I can get all of my things together, and then, you know, so I have to storyboard and all this other kind of nonsense and stuff. So for anybody else who's like me and who has a sense that, you know, if I didn't want to show something Hollywood style, I wanted somebody to see what the first draft would look like. And so what I'm going to show you is I will go back and edit and compress and clean up, but I wanted somebody to see that you don't have to give up if you don't have, you know, the Alfred Hitchcock version. I put all of my, when I was in ITPD3, I collected all of the apps and put them into this folder here on the top of my iPad. When we were in class, we were using EduCreations primarily as the whiteboard tool, the app. It is free, but I went out and found another app called Explain Everything, and so that was similar to EduCreations and has a few more attributes to it, and so that's what I was going to show you what I did. So Explain Everything is right here. I want to talk about my approach in this is flipping the aspects of library instruction so that we get the most productive time with the students when they're actually with us. So I've been looking more at flipping the classroom techniques and mentalities. So I've got that up here. And Explain Everything is the interactive whiteboard tool. It is a cost. You pay, I think, $3 or $4 for it. But I think it's well worth the investment. It can be used not just on the iPad, but any tablet device. So if you've got a Kindle Fire or if you've got another device, it's got an interface usability there as well. And it's a creative tool with many features. One of the things that stuck out for me in this work with Ed and Lorna and Barb was that they wanted us to look at the iPad not as a device of consumption where we just passively get things, but to look at it as a creative device, that it becomes a tool that combined with the apps and its own features, we can use the iPad to create rather than just consume. So that was an aha moment for me in that with these interactive whiteboards that you use, or styluses, or styli, I guess is the plural proper. Most of the ones, and I'm just going to do a show and tell here, most of the ones that you get have these rather larger rubber nibs or knobs or nubs or whatever they're called at the top. And sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable to write. You have to sort of like learn the weight of it and its feeling. The other styli are these more fancy ones that have the finer point tips. I went ahead and bought this one that is supposed to work with the Evernote note-taking system. So I tried both of them and I didn't find any difference. I didn't, you know, $10, $80, I really didn't find any appreciable, I just, you know, a little consumer advice here. I didn't find appreciable difference. So when I was doing my research, some of these fine tip things have little teeny tiny round discs that are placed on the point, and that those discs can scratch your tablet screen. So this one, from the Adonit Jot, doesn't, but I didn't really find any appreciable difference. So I just wanted to kind of share that as a key point. Who's going into these things, who's creating stuff, this is really just start simple. Don't overwhelm yourself like I did, which then created inertia. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. So I just gave some advice, you know, ease into it, maybe just one activity and take it for a test drive, and just kind of test the waters. Don't throw yourself into the deep end. When you've done your test drive, what went well, and copy it. What went wrong, and tweak it. But the other thing is, you can kind of get this. It's like a contact high. Sometimes when you're successful with technology, you become sort of like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And just from my own experience, I would just say, don't overwhelm your students with technology. Just strike a good balance.
And what we want to do is, instead of making the system go into every single service point on the site, that we have an aggregator called Summon. It's a discovery system. And what it will do is allow you to search for everything make this a more refined search. So I'm going to scroll up here. Well, I want the articles to come from magazines, because I'm going to look for maybe recipes or things that are going on, and you can see we're coming down quite a bit. So, and I'm going to tell it to open it up in my PDF reader, and it's in black and white. It's not the best copy, but here's the first page, there's the second page. So we have, and we're starting to see the recipes now on this fourth or fifth day. So winter squash soup with red chili and mint, or buttermilk skillet cornbread.
Very American.
And so by scrolling through, we have that full article.
It's done. So this is the raw material. Now what I'll do is go back and tighten it. There's a lot of things that I'm noticing by even seeing it in this capacity. I just say things like, well, you go over here, but I haven't pointed in an arrow. So I would go back and clean that up. My department chair, Maria Bonet, and I have talked about a variety of ways to get small, short video type instruction out there for a number of reasons. Now, I just sat down in my living room and talked for 10 minutes while I was doing a search. I would really tighten this up. But Maria and I were using Camtasia, and we had, I wouldn't say problems, but there was some cumbersomeness to it. And so when I found this through my ITPD training, I thought, well, this kind of fits the bill. This gives us that, we can insert and use a web browser, and we can do some quick things like, here's the website, go here, go there, fill this in, do that, do this. And it's all live and interactive. I mean, I was actually in my library's website when I was doing this, so I thought that was a real bonus. Finished product, I could see that as a way for the library instruction to begin to grow out, so that our online students or off-campus students would have some of that preliminary experience, that they would understand. I would do like I said, I envision, if I were in your chair, if I was in charge, I would see a whole set of these short screencasts of, here's how you go to the library's website to get to the instruction request form, and here's how you fill it out.